Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mrs. Soper, and I'm going to be your teacher for Creative Writing Online this semester. I sent you an email, and hopefully you clicked on the first link. Well, obviously you did if you're hearing me, because it goes to this video. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how online classes work and how this class is going to work, and a little bit about myself to get you started. So if you open up the link to the welcome letter, it goes to this Google Doc. So first of all, it talks about contact information. I do not have a not every semester do I have a block down in the EOL room. So I prefer to communicate with you, over email. So my email is listed right there. You can also look it up through your Outlook. I'm also in room 908 most of the time, so you can come stop in and talk to me there. But if you email me questions or thoughts or assignments, I'll get those through email, and I can also email you back. And I will be emailing you fairly regularly about your progress and thoughts about the course, etc. Alright, so for assignments, you are taking a class in Apex. So all of the information and assignments are there in that database, in that system. So if you've never taken an Apex course before, they're pretty easy. You just kind of click through the pages, and on the pages there'll be content information, videos, I'll show you in a minute, and then you'll get to assignments. So when you get to an assignment, you'll do whatever the assignment asks for, and it usually gives you a rubric you should look at. And when you go to submit, you can submit through Apex, or you can just email me. If you do that, make sure you give me the assignment number at least, so I know where to look for the rubric to see, so I can grade it. The discussions, though, are in Apex itself, so you don't need to submit anything extra to me. I don't remember if you have a lot of essays in this course. It's more creative exploits, but if you have any actual essays, please use MLA format. You will have some quizzes, and if you would like to retake the quiz, just let me know, and I can clear that score so you can try again. So for grading, everything is based on points. There's no particular weights. More important assignments are more points, so in that way they affect your grade more, but otherwise there's not grade weights. You also won't lose points for submitting things past the deadline in Apex, but only up to 1 month late. So your first day of this semester is January 22nd. So on February 23rd, if you haven't submitted anything up until that point, the things that were due on January 22nd are going to be a 0 forever. Even if you submit it to me at that point, I will not give you points for it. Or the end of the marking period. So when the end of the marking period comes, your grade is also final at that point. And then in the next marking period, same deal. No, you don't lose points for late submissions up to a month late, or then it would be the end of the semester. You can also go early, and if you get done with the course early, then you can do other things, or sometimes you can leave school. You have to work that out with Mr. McCaskey, but there are perks. You need to take your final in the building back over in May or June when you are ready for it. So flexibility is definitely I'm having trouble talking right now. I'm so sorry. The nice thing about online classes is that they are very flexible. You can choose where you work and how you work, the chronology of how you work, things like that. I will be grading you kind of on a weekly basis. I'll see how many assignments you completed that week out of how many were due. So it would help you to try to stay up to date, because otherwise, if you fall behind, you could have, say, 20 assignments behind, and then there's still 10 more the next week and 10 more the next week. So 2 weeks go by, and now you're 40 assignments behind, and it just becomes challenging to catch up. Alright, so once you read through all the information, I do want you to email me back. Tell me a little bit about yourself. If you have any questions for me, you can let me know then. But now I want to tell you just a little bit about me. I'm from the Reading area. I went to Exeter High School. I now live back in the Reading area. I spent some time other places, but now I'm back there. In high school, I did things like music, community service. I was in German club. I didn't really do sports for school, but I liked supporting people who did sports. Then in college, I went to the University of Delaware. I graduated with an honors degree in English education and also history. I studied abroad in London there. I studied theater. And I also now have a master's degree in instructional media. So I love being a lifelong learner. Every day I love something new. I think it enriches my life, makes me a better person, and therefore I also enjoy helping other people learn. The most memorable thing that's happened in my life recently is in 2017 I got married. It was July. It was hot, but it was a beautiful day with all of my best friends and family, so it was fun. We went to France for our honeymoon. And there's us at Notre Dame. And then in my free time, I like to do a lot of outdoors things, go hiking, kayaking, and camping. Travel when I can. I've been to California. There's in a redwood. In 2018, I went to Savannah, Georgia. But there are things around here that are fun too. Like there's us at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, going to the beach, visiting friends and family. I have a big family. I'm one of 4 people, and 3 of us are married, and I have 3 nieces and nephews on that side. My husband is one of 6. 4 of them are married. There's 6 nieces and nephews on that side. So we have a big family, which we love. And there's my family in our matching Christmas pajamas, me and my husband with 2 nephews, his entire family, my entire family. So I'll just end with the most challenging part of my life by far is trying to be the best teacher I can be. But it's worth it because I love what I do. I love being able to help you learn, figure out about the world and about yourself. I chose being a teacher because I like helping people, and I thought teaching English was the best way that I could do that, to help you communicate your thoughts with other people, articulate your ideas, stand up for yourself, think critically, understand what the media is showing you and the text that you're faced with. So I love what I do. I'm very blessed to be where I am today. All right, so that's about me and some thoughts about teaching. Okay, so let me get into Apex. So yours probably looks slightly different than mine. I'm not sure. But you'll just start at the beginning. So here's Unit 1, Lesson 1. You read through it. You can listen to audio of certain things. And then see at the bottom, you go to the next page. And there's some thoughts. So that's the end of that lesson. So you click on to the next thing. You read through it. There's key terms you can click on. You go to the next page. I have to enable a flash, etc. And then some of these are graded assignments. So here's a quiz. It's right here in Apex. So you answer the questions. And then other assignments are things you have to fill out. So like here's a journal for you to fill out. So all of these things are in PDFs, which is pretty annoying. So you can either print it out, do it on paper, and scan it back in, or submit it on paper, although I don't really check my EOL bin that often. Or you can just answer the prompt on a Word doc. Like, for example, this one is asking you to write down 10 sentences about what you see, about what you hear, what you touch, what you smell, what you taste. So you could just write those 50 things on a Word doc. As long as you have the assignment number, 1.1.5, I'll be good. Alright, so that is Apex. Let's see if there's anything I'm forgetting. I gave you a link to a spreadsheet of dates. You should be able to see that through your Apex. So you make a copy of it. And then here they are. So this first week you have 7 assignments to do. They're mostly quizzes, but you have a journal and a practice. Next week you only have 3 assignments to do, etc., etc. So that is how that works. And then, I don't know if you have to research, but I gave you some research information. Alright, that's mostly all I had. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me, stop by, let me know. I'm excited for this semester.